Good morning, Bucknutters. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, 2014. This is the Bucknuts Morning 5. I'm Dan Rubin. Hopefully we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the panic that has taken over recruiting at Ohio State, the best Ohio State player in the NBA. We're going to adjust one of the games we play on Bucknuts, hear from Bill Kurlick about Drew Richmond and Jerome Baker, tease you a little bit about today's boarding house. Okay, panic at the disco. Ben Edwards decommits. We're down to 2 commits. Urban Meyer can't recruit. Come on, guys. This is all going to work out great in the end. We spoke about this at length. When you recruit guys of this caliber, and we all agree that Ohio State has now changed its recruiting focus, there's no longer just focusing on the top guys in Ohio and a few sniper national prospects. They're going after the best players in the country. That means there's going to be a longer wait on some of these guys. They're more high profile. They're more hat dance prone types. But I will say this, and I'll say it again. Until I've been proven wrong, or until we've been proven wrong, just gotta trust an herb. Don't look now, but Mike Conley is by far the best Ohio State alum playing basketball in the NBA. He helped the Grizzlies overcome, who some people believe is a Western Conference favorite, the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. 111-105 in overtime. Conley was fantastic with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists. And he's really taken over a leadership role in that team. I was one who thought Conley might not make it in the league because his jump shot was not good enough. But I'll tell you a quick story. Dave Biddle and I got an express tour of the basketball facilities this summer while they were being worked on, and when we went into the shot, there was one guy shooting on the main court, and it was Mike Conley. So he's gotten there through hard work. He's the only Ohio State Buckeye with a real chance to go far. I have no faith that Evan Turner in Indiana will be able to do anything based on their recent struggles, so we're all pulling for you, Mike. Carry that flag. Okay, we started a game on the front row asking you to pick out who would be the next recruit, and if you nailed the date and the player, you got a free month on Bucknuts. Well, we made an adjustment to the game. Since the time has passed that a lot of you guys predicted, you are now allowed to go back in and put another prediction in there. So the max you can have in there is 2. So if your time has passed, let's say you said Shamar Kilby Lane last weekend, and that's passed, you can go in and put another one. If yours hasn't expired, you are not eligible to put in another one. We've gotten plenty of questions on the front row for Bill Kurlick about Drew Richmond and Jerome Baker, so we thought, why not call him the dean himself to comment?
Today I'm going to my mailbag and answer a couple of questions from the front row message board. C-Drive asks if there's any news on offensive lineman Drew Richmond. Well, I spoke to Richmond again on Monday night, and he told me that Buckeye assistant coach Tim Hinton is going to be stopping at his school to see him on Friday. Richmond tells me that he definitely will get back to Ohio State for another visit. He says for sure he will visit Ohio State sometime this summer. Richmond's not yet ready to narrow his list down any farther. Right now he has approximately 11 schools he is very interested in. Those 10 or 11 being Ohio State, Alabama, Auburn, Clemson, Florida State, LSU, Memphis, North Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and UCLA. Richmond says that he would definitely like to get his list narrowed down to about 5 or so, maybe by the end of the summer, but he says he's just not ready to do it yet, but does mention that Ohio State is definitely one of the top schools on his list. Heisey asks about Jerome Baker, the super linebacker and running back from Cleveland Benedictine, visiting Tennessee and Florida this past week, and then naming Ohio State, Tennessee, and Florida as his top 3 choices. Heisey wants to know if I see Tennessee and Florida as being legitimate threats for Baker, and if I'm still confident in Baker ending up at Ohio State. As far as being legitimate threats, yes, I think Tennessee and Florida are legitimate threats to Ohio State. But, yes, I am still confident that in the end, Jerome Baker will be a Buckeye. Baker certainly likes OSU a lot. His dad is a big Buckeye fan. And I think in the end, the outstanding linebacker running back will pick Ohio State. And the Buckeyes are recruiting him as a linebacker at this point, though he also is an outstanding running back prospect.
There you have it, Bucknutters. Another edition of the Bucknuts Morning 5. Be sure to check back in for the boarding house today, where we will have an update on Hoops prospect Carlton Bragg and how the staff feels about the numbers in the class of 2015. Aside from that, have a great day, Bucknutters.